While he was Prince of Wales, King Charles III had spent decades campaigning to promote actions on climate change and environmental issues. While some believe that the new monarch would also follow the late Queen Elizabeth's footsteps and be largely neutral on a whole host of issues, some friends and ex-advisors to Charles believe that he will continue to advocate for this issue even after becoming the king. So does this mean that King Charles will risk his crown and monarchy for better future of the humankind? Long before the topics became mainstream, the king has been passionate about conservation, from tropical forests and goats to sustainable farming practices and water security. Within months of him becoming the Prince of Wales in 1969, the 20-year-old Prince Charles wrote to Prime Minister Wilson expressing concern about the decline of salmon stocks in Scottish rivers. He wrote, "People are notoriously short-sighted when it comes to questions about wildlife. In recent years, Prince Charles has considered global warming as one of the greatest threats humanity has ever faced. And he even attended the COP26 Global Climate Summit in Glasgow, where world leaders drafted up new ambitious commitments to limit global temperature rises to below 1.5 degrees. Speaking to the BBC during the summit, he even sympathized with climate activists like Extinction Rebellion, which have been criticized for blocking highways as part of a civil disobedience movement. He also warned that while tackling climate change will be very expensive, the risks of doing nothing are worse. It will be a disaster. It will be catastrophic. It is already beginning to be catastrophic because nothing in nature can survive the stress that is created by these extremes of weather," he said. Tony Juniper, a long-term advisor to Charles and a veteran Green campaigner, hailed the new king as possibly the most significant environmental figure of all time. Charles himself has acknowledged, as the new monarch, it would no longer be possible for him to give as much of his time and energies to the charities and issues for which he cares so deeply. However, his former press secretary, Payne, noted much of the work he did on climate change was always far from the spotlight. He said, "The king is a convener, connecting people and organizations in a ways that open up possibilities and create solutions." Meanwhile, a senior British politician told the BBC that while King Charles could make similar speeches like the one he made in Glasgow, you won't hear him expressing a view on fracking, adding, "But I can imagine him making a speech on the need to take more urgent action on climate." What do you think? Is King Charles risking the crown, or even risking the monarchy by stepping up and advocating for environment? Let me know down in comments. Also consider subscribing to channel. TMC is a new channel and your support will help its growth. See you in the next video.